What's going on, everybody? Your boy Bench305 here, ready to do a review on the highlights for the 1st of July for Monday Night Raw. A lot of stuff's been going on. I finally got caught up, so I'm trying to see how things have been going. I heard something about Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff possibly taking over. I don't think it's going to be right away, but we will see. So I'm only going to do the highlights because I know I don't want to keep you guys like all, you know, I know you got stuff to do, and I figured keep it short and sweet, and let's see what we got here. So we're starting off with the top 10, and here we go.
Nikki top rope. Carmella. Nikki lands on her feet. Now rolls through. Carmella.
So I watched the show, and I kind of just wanted to go over what I thought about it. Right now, you got Nikki Cross against Carmella, and I'm actually surprised because she beat Carmella, but on top of that, they actually seem like they're trying to do something with Nikki Cross. But it was kind of weird because she's supposed to be like crazy, but like they actually make her like she's sane. Like it's like they're trying to make her into like a baby face, letting her talk like bubbly and things like that. Like you see like a small tidbits of her being all happy and stuff, but they're kind of doing the same storyline with Alexa Bliss, basically the same thing they did with Nia Jax and Mickie James and stuff like that. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but we'll see.
Look bleak for the Miz.
So we got Elias versus the Miz for the 100th time on Monday Night Raw.
And Miz gonna take advantage, looking for the figure four leg lock. Great strategy.
You got the figure four leg lock in there.
Middle of the ring. Miz is cranking it. Elias trying to hang on, but he's got to tap out. He's got no choice.
So Miz beats Elias. So that was number 9. So the Miz beat Elias, and I guess now he's gonna probably get a shot to go up against Shane McMahon or something like that. So I don't know why they've been dragging this thing out. Like he's been losing like a lot of matches. So I guess at this point they're just like, fuck it, let's let him keep losing. And they had him lose to Shane twice, even though it was a technicality. And Shane gets helped out and stuff like that. For one, I don't even think Shane should be on TV for that damn long anyway. He's taken away from all these guys that should be getting TV time. And it's like he's trying to make up for lost time. That's what I feel like. It's like he realized all these years he's been gone, and he's trying to like get himself in there as the heel rich man, or the rich son of the rich billionaire. So Drew McIntyre, I can tell he's probably getting tired of that shit too. This man wants to get a fucking title, and he's just being a part of this storyline where we're like, where's this thing going? I just hope to God they don't let Shane McMahon win the damn Universal or WWE title, because if they do that, that's gonna be like some WCW shit with damn what was his name, David Arquette or some shit like that, when he won the title, and he wasn't even a damn wrestler. So now we got, what's her name? Oh shit, Baron Corbin. He's at the ringside. Lacey Evans and Natalya. So he pulled her leg. Ooh.
To Natalya, who is distracted. There's the win by Lacey
Ding,
Evans.
ding, ding.
Here's your winners, Lacey Evans.
So with Lacey Evans, like, when it comes to her being on the microphone, I love her, like the way she carries herself. She used to be in the military and everything like that, and things like that. But I think in the ring, she's just not there yet. She needs a little bit more work because they're giving her this main event push for right away, and I think it's too fast. You got to earn your opportunities to be going up against damn WWE, Raw Women's Champions and SmackDown Women's Champions. You gotta work your way up to that, and they just threw her in there like people don't notice. You know what I'm saying? You got all these other women who've been there for a long time, haven't even gotten a shot. And they just shot her right in there right away. So hopefully it don't come back to bite her. But if she's gonna be up there, playing with the big girls, she needs to be on par. So we got number 7, Braun Strowman against Bobby Lashley. I'm actually surprised that they only showed the suplex. So that's why I'm gonna start actually doing longer videos where I can actually like analyze and go into detail because I think this Raw, I actually kind of like this Raw because they did some different shit. You know, it wasn't the same shit over and over. So with that Bobby Lashley versus Braun Strowman deal, it was like a Falls Count Anywhere match, and you know they had a pretty decent match. And you know, I don't know why, but like Bobby Lashley, like instead of attacking Roman, he went over by the damn Titatron and did some shit like this. And all you know, you knew once he did that, something was coming. And then Braun Strowman kind of like tackled him into the damn Titantron, and then all the fireworks and sparks and shit like that started flying everywhere. So you know, it was pretty cool. It kind of reminded you of like you know one of those gimmick events that happened like when Big Show and Brock Lesnar you know knocked the ring fell apart and the referee fell out the damn ring. I don't know if y'all remember that shit. So it was good to see, but it was kind of different. So a lot of people think that you know Heyman might have had something to do with it, and he might have, but I heard that the ratings kind of jumped. You know, they jumped back up. I think it was close to like I think it might have been 1.9 or maybe even 2 million or something because uh, I noticed there was a lot of wrestling on this show too. It was real wrestling heavy, not too much talking, which is what the fans want to see. They don't come there to fucking see a damn tug of war or some fucking you know, some bullshit fucking arm wrestling match. Who the fuck came to see that shit? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if they're gonna have they're gonna have some big ass feud or they're gonna fight at a pay per view or something. But as of right now, they're both in the hospital, I guess.
No, I'm pregnant! You're pregnant? You're pregnant? How could you be pregnant? How? How could I be pregnant? I don't know because I don't think you're man enough to get me pregnant. This is terrible. The man's gonna have to disarm her. Let's just disarm him. The only man here tonight was the man, Becky.
Damn.
So maybe the next time I'll ask Becky to impregnate me.
Wow. I got it. Everybody's crazy about you know Mike and Maria Kanellis, but talk about buried, man. Like I know they just signed a contract with WWE to you know like an extension contract, and even though it's guaranteed a lot of money, I don't give a damn how much money you give me. I ain't doing that shit. That was fucking embarrassing. That they buried him in a heartbeat. And the Becky Lynch, you know, she's awesome, but that shit with her being the man and all that shit, like they just demasculated this dude and they kind of killed this guy's career. There is no way in hell this dude's gonna kind of come back from that shit. I mean, he might be popular and shit like that, but after that segment, I cannot picture him being any kind of champion because that's always gonna be on the top of his head that Becky Lynch made him tap just so they could push some agenda of like, oh yeah, women are just as good as men and this and that. And you know, I'm all about women empowerment and stuff like that, but you know, it's like an agenda. Like you could clearly see it's an agenda that they're pushing that. And for him to even agree to that segment, I would have said fucking no. But whatever. And him and you know Rollins and Becky, they don't even act like a couple. If you notice, I'm like, if you guys are gonna like, if WWE is gonna be bringing their relationship into this thing, they kind of need to be like all out. You know, don't they look like friends or something to me? They're like homies. They don't even look like they're like dating. I wouldn't even have known if it wasn't for the internet because the way they act with each other. But yeah, I don't know. It was a funny segment and it was kind of like shit, but his career is like in the negative after that, in my eyes.
You'll be nothing more.
It goes to the dead man,
Another couple of
Undertaker.
lost souls suffering the torment and torture of the acrid stench
of death.
And that will be for all of eternity. You two will never Rest in peace.
So, Undertaker came out to save Roman Reigns because he was getting beat up by Shane and Drew McIntyre for the 1,000th time. And for one, when he came out, I was like, yeah, I'm excited that he came out. You know, it's the Undertaker, but one, he still has that stain with Goldberg at the damn Super Showdown. I mean, I know people were gonna. Not a lot of people probably saw Super Showdown, but for those of us that did, you're kind of like in the back of your head, like, I don't know. I know it's Undertaker, but come on now. And two, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the hell is, why is he even there? Like, what is he doing there? You know, like, Roman was the second person to give him a loss at WrestleMania. And out of nowhere, he wants to just come out here and help him. Out of all people on the roster, he just wants to come out there and help him. So he don't want to help him when, he didn't want to help, R-Truth when he was getting fucked up by Shane and Drew McIntyre. Didn't want to help, who else? Everybody else is getting fucked up by Drew McIntyre. They just want to help Roman Reigns. So I don't get it, but I thought that was like, clearly you could see that for anyone that has common sense, they're doing that to get a rating or just to get a pop or something. Bring those ratings back up because Undertaker making a lot more frequent appearances than he ever did before. So, I mean, it got some people's attention, but I guarantee after that segment, those ratings went right back down. And you can only rely on your old timers for so long because they're going to get to the point where they can't even show up no more. You know what I'm saying? So they need to develop these guys, these newer guys, and develop them quick because AEW is right around the corner and they are hunting. They want it. They want it. And that segment with Maria Kanellis, going back to that, I noticed that they allowed a little bit more cursing and stuff like that. So you can tell they realize that something needs to be done, and they're trying to make it a little bit more edgy. That's how you know AEW is putting the pressure on them.
Enjoy and have a good time, Dre. Yeah! Oh my God! Bring me a referee! Bring me a referee! Are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3! Finish with the title! Yes! Yes!
Honey, I know I said this honeymoon was going to be great, but now we get to do it properly. We get to do it 24/7! Let's go! Come on! Come on! Forget my back!
So the 24/7 title, to be honest with you, in my opinion, that has to be probably the best thing that has been on the show for the last few weeks. Nothing else. I mean, Kofi's been putting on some great matches too. But at the same time, like the 24/7 title, you don't know what's gonna happen. That's honestly the only thing that you don't know. That's not predictable as shit like the rest of the show. So that even though I know that the title doesn't really have much prestige or you can't compare it to like the hardcore title or anything like that because that was the same thing. You could defend that from what I remember anywhere anywhere. But the 24/7 title, is slowly is going to be like one of those things where like you remember with Zack Ryder how WWE didn't want him to get over and he got himself over, or Rusev how he got himself over. It's going to be like one of those things they threw in there to be like kind of like a joke, and that's going to end up being like one of the most popular things on the show because it is. It's actually entertaining. It's actually like unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. You know that something's going to happen, but you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to win the damn championship, and it gives all those guys in the back something, I guess. But at the same time, you know that all the guys chasing that title, other than R-Truth, they're guys that WWE doesn't really like recognize, or they just look at them kind of like jobbers or like just extras. You got EC3, which I don't know. He did something to piss somebody off because that man, lately, out of everybody that came up from NXT, they are burying that dude deep. Like, I'm surprised the Undertaker ain't around close to him because that dude is getting buried deep into the damn ground. Freaking, who else? They got Cedric Alexander, of all people, running for the title. That man is talented as hell, and he could be a heavyweight. That dude can go up to 230 pounds, and he lost weight for the cruiserweight division. They wasting him. They got Apollo Crews running around back there. Another dude, for some reason, they don't like him or something. They're not pushing him. That man is a damn. He'll go to AEW and be a fucking star. The list goes on, man. You know, No Way Jose. If they kept playing his music, let him get some TV time, come out there. Eventually, people will catch on to the man because the man, you know, he's good in the ring too. But the NXT, 90% of those guys chasing for the title are from NXT. Mojo Riley, I'm not really a big fan of him. You know, I don't know. It's just something about him that I can't put my finger on. But here we go to the next one.
Trouble in paradise.
Down goes Ivar.
So this was
And from
Kofi,
behind, Samoa Joe. The
Kofi and I think Xavier versus the Viking Raiders. Okay, I think it was the New Day versus the Viking Raiders and Joe.
This could be the scene of Extreme Rules. Samoa Joe is locked in. The Coquina clutch.
The champion is fading once again.
Every time Samoa Joe puts somebody in the headlock, he do it like the Undertaker. You know, you see him, he's like rolling his eyes and shit.
Kofi gasping, trying to catch any sort of breath. He's out.
Kofi's out. Kofi's out.
So what they did with Samoa Joe and Kofi, they're obviously getting Samoa Joe ready for the, to be Kofi's opponent for the WWE Championship. But you already know how WWE feels about Joe. He must have did something to piss somebody off too because they buried the shit out of him too. Momentum is everything, and all of you guys know that. Momentum is everything, and timing is everything also. And back when he was feuding with AJ Styles, they could have let that man win the championship. It wouldn't have hurt AJ Styles none because he was a champion for a long time. They could have gave that to Joe, and Joe would have ran with that shit because that man is an outstanding heel. And what did they do? They made the man lose constantly, over and over and over. Same shit they did with Nakamura. Made him lose to AJ Styles, and he just kept on losing. The highest peak that he had was the U.S. Championship, and even when he did have it, he didn't really do much with it. Well, I'm not even going to say that. They didn't even give him much to do with it, because really it's not his fault what creative is dropping the ball on. And they just don't know what to do with these guys, and now that they're putting Samoa Joe against Kofi, I would not be shocked. As much as I love Kofi Kingston, and I'm glad he's a WWE champion because he's putting on good matches and great performances every week compared to like a lot of the champions that have been around lately. I think that obviously he's going to beat Joe. They make Joe look strong. They make Joe put him to sleep and all that, and then Joe ain't going to win. And if he does, I'd be shocked. But you can see how they feel about Joe. And I don't know if it's because he's a big man. You know, Vince got this fetish with all these muscular dudes, so maybe that's why they don't look at Joe like that. But if I'm Joe, I'm packing my bags. AEW, headed to AEW because they'll recognize him for what he is. Because that man, he's been in a lot of wrestling promotions, and if you go back and look at some of his stuff when he's like in TNA, and some of his matches with AJ Styles, the man is phenomenal. So we'll see what happens with him and Kofi.
Look at this. Oh my God, great sequence.
So this is Ricochet versus AJ Styles. So Ricochet beat AJ Styles.
Oh my God, Styles, and now Styles stomping away, and Ricochet. Anderson and Gallows had muttered something about the real AJ Styles, and Styles just turned around and just delivered a straight right to the champion. And now his old buddies, Anderson and Gallows.
Oh, they're going for that magic killer.
I
love that move. That move is... I could watch them do that move all day.
do this.
And now he's going to do the Styles Clash from the top of the... That move is so dangerous. AJ Styles, apparently, he finally went heel. So now he's... him and the club are back together, and we're going to see what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to try and do what they did when AJ Styles first came through there. But in my opinion, unless you let the club go undefeated for 2 years, you are not going to convince me that they're a threat. Like, especially when they did the little broski, the nerd, and all that shit. I look at them like they're great in the ring. They really are. They're good. They're a good tag team, but I just look at them now as like, not serious. When they first came out, I was like, okay, they got the shaved head, big beards. I'm like, these look like some grimy, tough motherfuckers. Like, they ain't taking shit from nobody. And then after I see them, like, you see their personality, and you're like, man, that's like, I wouldn't even be intimidated the minute they open their mouth. Like, if I seen them in the streets or something, you know, I would be like, all right, you know what? Maybe I can take them or something like that, or like I could probably like do some damage to them. But after I hear them talk, I'll be like, yeah, these dudes are like, they're not what they look like they are. And I hate to say that, and I want them to be good, and I want them to do good, but money ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't do something just for the damn money. Your damn legacy and your pride is what makes it important. So they should. We'll see if them pairing with Styles will do something for him again, but who knows?
I think that frustration of Bobby Lashley's just making him scary.
Holy shit! So I take that back. Correction. They did put it, and they saved that Bobby Lashley Braun Strowman deal for the number one. So my bad on that one. But the match, it was smart that they put that match at the beginning of the show because that's what caught everybody's attention, and it kept everybody's attention. I think that Raw had the highest ratings for like the last 3 months because if you know and I know that Raws and SmackDowns like have been ass, and there needs to be something fresh. And I guess, you know, the way they're booking this Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman things in terms of like what they're gonna do to each other, I'm actually excited to see it because, you know, Lashley can actually do crazy shit. Like this man suplex Braun Strowman. This man pick up Braun Strowman over his shoulder and actually did Braun Strowman's own power slam to him. I don't think he'll be able to do the damn vertical suplex where he holds him in the air. I'd be shocked if he did that. If he could do that, that would be amazing. Like that'll be like a big ass highlight thing. But now that I see like, you know, they have them destroying each other, knocking each other through things, that could be a really good combo with them having like a street fight or something, or a damn no holds bar, you know, like the old days where they would have the street fight match and they would be all over the place and go to different venues and stuff and just have like a big old feud, like where give them a break, like make them go to battle when they're around each other and then give them a break. And then after that, just slowly bring them close to around each other. And then after that, be like, you know, after they have like a great feud and this and that, maybe they could even do something like how they did with Sheamus and Cesaro. You know, they were putting on them great matches and shit, and then all of a sudden they turned them into a tag team and they were like unstoppable. So if they can do that because if Braun and Bobby Lashley come together, you know, ain't nobody beating those motherfuckers, period. They can actually do something. Do something unpredictable, you know? Like, these guys are creative. They get paid to do this shit. And you got guys like me, you know, JD from New York, you know, Solid Monster, and you know, all these other guys that can come up with great ideas. I mean, I know I didn't mention some names, but, you know, if you know who you are, all those guys in the community, I'm aspiring to, you know, to get to you guys' level. But, you know, you got guys out there that actually are, you know, that aren't getting paid to do this shit and can give some type of good ideas or something better, you know? So anyway, glad you guys came out to watch. Hopefully you like what you saw. I would have played the video, but, you know, I don't want no copyright BS because everything you do now is copyright. So make sure you click on that subscribe button. I'm going to have a lot more reviews coming up for you guys. And I'm going to try to make some better content. Slowly but surely, I'm getting there. My schedule's hectic. Like I said before, I got 2 jobs going on. And I got like a million things I got going on. So hopefully you guys enjoy your week. Take care. Let me know what you think. Leave a like, comment. Don't forget that big old red button. And let's keep this thing going. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.